In this lesson, I'd like to show you some exercises using the chromatic scale and octaves. Please note that in this lesson and for future lessons, I'll be using the kind of tablature that you'll find on most tab sites on the internet. So let's start with the chromatic scale. A chromatic scale is a series of notes that move up or down by a semitone or a half step. On the guitar, this means that we would move up or down by one fret at a time. Let's try this with a simple 4-note exercise. Start at the 5th fret on the top E string and move up by one fret at a time, like so. Please use all 4 fingers of your fretting hand and use alternate picking if using a plectrum. Repeat this 4 times after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we'll try this in reverse. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This time we'll try it going up and down. After 3, 1, 2, 3. The reason that I've only counted to 3 at the start of exercise 3 is because, as I hope you can hear, we are only using 3 notes for each ascending or descending pattern. This takes us into a 3/4 or triple time rather than 4/4 or common time, and therefore we would count differently on this pattern. More about this in future lessons. This time, we'll try a full 2-octave chromatic scale ascending from A on the bottom E string all the way to A on the top E string. We do this like so. Start at the 5th fret on the bottom E string and then play at the 6th, 7th and 8th frets. Move to the 5th string and play from the 4th to the 7th frets. On to the 4th string and play from the 3rd to the 6th frets. On the 3rd string, play from the 2nd to the 5th frets. On the 2nd string, play from the 2nd to the 5th frets again, as the tuning is different between the 3rd and 2nd strings. On the top string, play from the 1st to the 4th frets like so, and finish on the note of A by sliding your little finger up to the 5th fret and plucking. If we put this together, it should sound like this. Try this with me after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Please make sure that you're using all 4 fingers of your fretting hand and use alternate picking if using a plectrum. Now, let's try the same scale going down or descending. Start with your little finger on the 5th fret on the top E string, then play at the 4th, 3rd and 2nd frets. On the 2nd string, play from the 6th to the 3rd frets. On the 3rd string, play from the 6th to the 3rd frets. On the 4th string, play from the 7th to the 4th frets. On the 5th string, play from the 8th to the 5th frets. Onto the bottom E string and play from the 9th to the 6th frets. And finish the scale by sliding your first finger down to the 5th fret to end on the note of A. If we put this together, it should sound like this. Try this with me. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, please make sure that you're using all 4 fingers of your fretting hand and use alternate picking if using a plectrum. This next exercise is a good one for improving coordination between your fretting and plucking hands. For this, we play a 4-note ascending pattern starting on the top string and working our way across the neck to the bottom string. Start by playing from the 5th fret to the 8th fret on the top string. Then repeat this phrase on all the strings in order. Let's try it together. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's try this one in reverse. This is how it should sound. Play it with me after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'd like to demonstrate some exercises using octaves. This is where we play a note, then play the octave of that note. Let's try this by playing the note of G on the bottom string at the 3rd fret, then playing the note of G an octave higher on the 4th string at the 5th fret. Please play this with alternate picking. Hybrid picking, or fingerstyle using a combination of thumb and finger. Now, let's try a combination of octaves and the chromatic scale. For this, we'll use just the 6th and 4th strings. Play the note of A at the 5th fret on the bottom string, then the octave note of A at the 7th fret on the 4th string. We'll repeat this pattern on the bottom string at frets 2, 3 and 4, or notes of F sharp, G and G sharp. Please use 1st and 3rd fingers of your fretting hand for this. Let's try this through 4 times. After 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Please note that to play octave notes from the bottom 2 strings, we can always use this pattern of 2 strings across and 2 frets up. To play octaves from the middle 2 strings, we would play 2 strings across and 3 frets up, due to the different tuning between the 2nd and 3rd strings. I'd just like to mention that the technique we are using for the plucking hand on these octave exercises is called string skipping, as we are not playing the strings which are next to each other, but instead we are jumping over or skipping the adjacent string to achieve the correct note. Okay, let's finish this lesson with exercise 9 on the PDF, which is a nice extended exercise using a combination of chromatic phrases and octaves. This is how it should sound. Please make sure that you practice all the exercises in this lesson slowly and accurately to begin with, and as you become more confident with them, your speed will increase naturally. Bye for now.